Hi everyone, it's Kino here. Thanks for joining 7 Days of Strength. We are at the middle point of our journey together, which means this is day 4. We're gonna dive into the core on day 4. So let's get started. Close your eyes and let's bring the hands together. A long, deep breath in. As you exhale, let's rest the hands down and take a few moments to reflect on what is the meaning of core to you. The essence, the center, the epicenter, the point around which everything else kind of gravitates, an axial point or an axis. The core, what is the core? The very center, the meaning. As we find our way into the strength practice today, keep your mind returning to this concept of what the core, the essence, the center really is for you. Then a nice long deep breath in. And as you exhale, let's softly open the eyes. We're going to start off by rolling the spine down. So I want your feet to be hips width apart. And I'd like you to roll your spine down towards the ground. Nice. So by starting off in this kind of lying down position, this is going to help you really access the space between the ribs and the hips. And the first thing I want you to do is just kind of run your hands along your midsection and kind of just get acquainted with this area, you know, feeling the belly and the sort of muscles and the tissues and the organs around this sort of very sensitive part of our body is a very important part of developing strength. Now, keeping your hands on the midsection, I'd like you to make sure the knees are touching into each other. I'd like you to activate your glutes, which will help tuck your tailbone a little bit. Then I'd like you to practice folding the lower ribs in and seeing if you can engage your abdominal muscles. And then let's release. We'll do that 2 more times. Start off with the glutes, tuck the tailbone, and engage the abdominal wall. And then release. And the third one, I want you to start off by drawing the navel in so you kind of capitalize on the natural gravitational pull on the muscles of the lower abdomen, then the glutes, then the abdominal wall. Now on this one, I'd like you to take your hands underneath your head and lift your shoulders up. And you want to do that without pooching the belly out. So we'll hold for 5. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, let's put the head down. You can separate your knees for a moment. And then let's do that again. Draw the navel in, being acquainted with all the sensations in the abdominal wall. Activate the glutes, then ribs towards the hips. Let's hold the head for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, head down. Let's separate the knees for a moment. And then let's draw the knees back in. Last time like this, we're going to activate glutes. Navel is in. Firm the muscles of the abdomen and then shoulders up. For 1, try to keep drawing the navel in. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, let's take the head down. Separate your knees so you release a little bit and come on back into the center. Now we're going to move side to side. So we're going to take one hand and reach it down, the other hand and reach it down kind of towards your ankle. If it starts to hurt your neck at all, we're going to keep the hands on the head. So now, following that same movement, the navel in, the glutes on, roll, take it up so the shoulders off the ground. With your right hand, reach to the right ankle, left hand to the left ankle, and we'll do that about 8 more times. Good. All right, 5, halfway there, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do 1 more. Good job. Come back to the center. Hold underneath your head for a moment, and then inhale, head down, separate the knees. Good. Bring them back in. Let's do it again. Draw the navel in, and then inhale up. Side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do one more. 10. Back to the center. Hold. And inhale. We bring it down. Good job. Okay. Let's rest for a moment. Separate the knees. Let's bring it back up. And we're going to do that one more time, just like that. I'd love for you to kind of get lost in the process of what's happening and not really focus on, trying to achieve, but just really focus on feeling what's happening in the body. So navel is in, we activate the glutes, bring it up, and side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do one more. That's 10. Back to the center. Hold for a moment. And inhale, head down. Separate your knees. Very good. Let's bring it back in. This time I'd like you to point your toes, and then let's lift your hips just a little bit up so you can kind of nestle your hips on your hands. Very good. And let's lift up until the lower back is on the ground. And I'd like you to press your right toe to the ground, and then the left toe to the ground. Now the right side. Good. Activate the lower abdominals. Let's do one more set like that. Right side. Good. Let's go for the left side. Okay, now let's try for both. Touch both toes to the ground. Bring it back up. We got both toes. We reach to the ground. We bring it back up. Both toes. We reach to the ground. Bring it back up. One more time. Both toes. Bring it back up. Straighten your legs. Now we try again. But this time, we're not going to touch the ground and the legs are going to remain straight. We reach down just a little bit, bring it back up. So just kind of lever the legs down, bring it back up. I just want you to feel your lower abdominal muscles working. Bring it back up. Don't be in a rush to go too far. Bring it back up. Let's do 2 more like that. Nice. And on the last one, I want you to hold. Don't be too ambitious. Just connect the legs into the pelvis for 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it back up, and then let's separate the legs. Just release the inner thighs for a moment. You can give them some little pulses like that. Nice, good work. We'll do like 2 more. Just get the inner thighs, really work hard. Good, and bring it back up into the center. Next, I want you to extend your right leg, and then reach up, and you're gonna hold on to the left shin. Good, stay there for a moment, and then let's switch. Hold on to the right shin. Good, and then let's switch. And then let's switch. And then let's switch. And then let's switch. Now we're going to change the hands. Hands hold underneath your head. Switch and twist. So you're going to bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee and switch. Good. So the left elbow outside of the right knee and switch. Good. And switch. We'll do one more set. And switch. And switch. Back to the center. Fold it in into a tight little ball for 2, 3, 4. Bring your hands forward, cross your feet, roll it on up. Nice. Should have felt like a nice, happy, burning sensation around the midsection of the body. So let's come over onto the hands and knees. Good. So now we've got our hands and knees. And then I'd like you to just kind of rock your hips a little side to side. Rock your hands a little side to side. Good job. Let's roll through cat and cow. Inhale, extend, deep breath in. Exhale, round, let's draw under. Inhale, extend, deep breath in. Exhale, round, under. Again, let's take inhale, extend, deep breath in. Exhale, round, under. Good job. Back to neutral. Curl your toes. Let's go for downward facing dog. 5 breaths. We have 1. Deep breath in, deep breath out. 2, 3. Nice work. Keep breathing. 4. And 5. Now exhale, let's sink the knees down. Let's see if we can now integrate a little bit of that core work with the strength of the shoulders. So we'll curl the toes under. Inhale, let's pitch the shoulders forward, and we're going to go for floating plank, or sometimes also called bear crawl position. So I want you to grip your fingertips firmly down, all right? So the fingertips are really an integrated part of the strength of the shoulders. Then rotate the tailbone under, and as you move your shoulders more forward, let's hover the knees and stay there for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, set it down. Good, take the weight off of the hands, and then inhale, let's push the weight onto the hands, chest over the shoulders. Inhale, hover the knees for 2. Shoulder blades move away from each other. 3, 4, and 5. Exhale down, take the weight off of the hands. Now, the last time, pitch the shoulders forward, the chest goes over the hands. We're pulling everything up and away from the floor for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale down. You might want to walk your knees just a little bit back. You can keep them on the ground, or you can take them off for chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Big breath in. Exhale, downward facing. Big breath out. Now, switch your gaze forward. Let's cross the feet. Exhale, let's come on down to seated. Good. Let's just go for one forward fold from here. Reach forward. We can hold onto the big toes. You can hold onto your ankles. Find what works for you. Shift a little side to side just to get the feeling in the hips. Inhale, prepare. Deep breath in. Exhale, let's fold. Keep your legs active for 1, 2, 3, 4, almost there. 5. Inhale, always straighten up. Maybe this time the toes, you can hold onto your feet. Inhale a big breath in, and exhale, fold. 1, 2, 3, we're getting that forward fold established for 4, and 5. Good job. Inhale, let's lift the chest forward. Exhale here. Now we're going to work with my favorite core movement, which is Navasana. So let's bring the blocks and set them up out to the side. We're going to do a couple different variations of Navasana. So we're going to scoot your hips a little forward, and we're going to start off with the feet on the ground and perhaps pointing the toes. Then I'd like you to extend your arms forward and just kind of get that feeling like the whole muscles inside your pelvis kind of draw in towards the center. Good, so we have 2, 3, 4, and 5. I want you to rotate your tailbone under, now lower down for 2, 3. Any issues with the neck, please hold on to your head for 4, 5. Extend the arms, roll it back up. I want you to lean a little forward also, and if it feels better to flatten your feet now, you can. For 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take your hands on the blocks. Let's cross the feet. And I'm going to do the right foot crossing over the left, or the right shin bone crossing over the left. And then as you pitch your shoulders forward, remember that bear crawl feeling where your hips are really lifting themselves. So we press up from the shoulders and back with the hips for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale down. Let's do it again, just like that. 1, 2, 3. Good. Feel the placement of your shoulders. 4 and 5. Exhale, we lower down for 1, 2. Squeeze everything into the center. 3, 4, 5. Let's bring it back up. You can flatten the feet for this one and lean forward. So we're kind of stretching. 2, 3. But this is a dynamic stretch, so we're focusing on really folding in for 4 and 5. Now your hands are on the blocks. We're going to change the cross. So the left leg is in front now, and the shoulders are nice and strong. And then inhale, hips go back and up for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, we set it down. Now let's see if the legs or the feet want to float off the ground for 1, 2, 3. Good job. 4, 5, exhale, slide it down, taking your hands on your thighs for 2, 3, 4, 5, bring it up, and then hold onto your shin bones and balance in as tight a little ball as possible for 1, tucking the head in, 2, 3, 4, almost there, 5, let's lift the head up, cross the shin bones, hands on the blocks, inhale, we lift it up for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, set it down. Let's do that again, just like that. Take the legs up and hold for 2. We're feeling a slow, steady burn right now, and that's exactly what we want to feel. For 3, 4, concentrate, you can do it. 5, exhale, lower down. We have 1, 2, 3, midsection of the body, really working. 4, 5, bend the knees. We hug ourselves in so you can really hug the shin bones for 1, 2, 3, keep working, 4, 5, good job. Let's lift the head up, change your cross. We're going to take the hands on the blocks and then press and lift. 1, your feet could come off the ground, I don't mind, but you want to work from shoulders and core. 3, 4, and 5, exhale down. Now you can try with the straight legs. If straight legs gets a little difficult, but you want to try, you could hold underneath your shin bones for 2 and explore a lighter touch or releasing completely. 3, so you could do a light touch, a hold, or complete release. And 5, exhale down. You can keep the hands on your thighs or hands over your head for 2, 3, 4, 5, hands forward, lift it up, change your cross. Oh, I forgot one. I wanted us to hug, so we're going to hug in. This might be the hardest one. We're going to tuck the head under. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lift the head up, cross your feet. Now, let's lift up. Hands on the blocks. Lift for 2, shoulders forward and down, hips back and up. 3, 4, and 5. Exhale down. Let's do it again. Last one, promise. 2, 3, concentrate. 4, 5. Exhale down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it up. Hug. So you hug yourself in. 2, 3. Don't only use the arms, use the core. 4, 5. Change your cross last time. Inhale, we lift it up for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale all the way down. Good job. Okay, let's move those blocks over to the side. Then I want you to roll over your shin bones, step back, and let's come all the way down onto the stomach. Nice. Let's exhale and place the elbows down. Roll your thigh bones in towards each other. And we're going to hold cobra pose for 5 breaths. 1, release the front of the hips after all that deep squeezing. 2, 3, almost there. Keep releasing. 4, 5. Now we're going to do Shalabhasana position, which also helps target the core of the body and make sure that we're integrating the back of the body with the front of the body. So I want you to place your lower ribs on the ground and take the hands down the sides of the body. Inhale, lift the legs, and we'll hold. 1. So I have my palms turned down so that the nails are touching the ground. 3, 4, 5. Let's switch the hands. Chest forward for 1, 2, 3. Keep working the back body for 4. Draw in towards the center. The navel is in. 5. Let's interlace the fingers. Separate the feet and lift your chest a little bit more up. 1, 2, 3. Almost there. 4 and 5. Exhale down. Good. Let's walk your hands forward and inhale. Upward facing, big breath in. Exhale, downward facing, all the way out. Nice. Stay in downward facing just for a few breaths. So we have 1, deep breath in, deep breath out, 2. Keep the mind calm and aware, 3, 4, and 5. Let's switch the gaze forward. Cross your feet. Let's exhale. Straighten the legs out in front. All right, now we're going to work on another lift up position. So I want you to take the blocks out again. And the lift up position, especially when we hold for a little while, is a really good way to kind of challenge our ability to get that feeling of up. So now I want you to cross your feet. And we're going to seem like we're repeating the same thing. We're going to slide the feet back behind. So I want you to lift from the shoulders, walk your feet back, and then press up into the shoulders, and we'll hold that for 5 breaths. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, we sit down. Good, so this is like a little Navasana position. We're gonna do it again just like that. Inhale, we bring it up. This time, left foot off the ground. 3, 4, 5. Exhale down, come all the way off, change your cross, press onto the blocks, lift. Right foot off the ground for 3, 4, and 5. All the way down, this time come to a kneeling position. Change the blocks to their highest tower position. Curl your toes under, and we'll see if both feet can come off the ground. Pressing from the shoulders, dip down into the shoulders until you feel your body weight pouring into the shoulders. Then activate from the core of the body and lift for 2, 3, 4, 5. Curl the toes, place it down. Exhale, come down for a little breather, and we're going to try again. Good. Curl your toes, knees into the chest. Here we go. Press from the shoulders so the chest comes forward, and then we lift from the core for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Curl, knees down, little breather, shake out the hands. We're going to give it one last try. Another good tip is if you don't really feel you can lift off the ground with the 2 blocks, try with 2 chairs of about the same height. And this can really work as well if you put your hands on the seat of the chair. Curl the toes, hands onto the blocks, and then again I want you to lift from that squeeze of the torso for 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, let's set it down. Good job. Let's keep the blocks forward, and then let's step back to plank up on the blocks. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing, big breath in, downward facing, all the way out. Switch the gaze lightly forward. Let's cross the feet, and exhale, sit down. Let's keep the blocks. We're going to do one last lift up. I know you think there's too many lift ups, but we'll do one last little lift up. All right, so if you can do lotus position, I want you to take lotus position. If not, cross your feet, just like this. No need to do the full, or no need to do half lotus. So if you have your lotus position, we're gonna work with Utplutihi, right? So this is that lift up position. You're gonna lift the knees up into the chest, pushing the blocks a little forward, and you're trying to keep the feet in front of the arms so that they don't hook. So curl everything under, and then now find that strength in the shoulders. So shoulder blades are gonna move down the back, and then this is stabilization, and then the torso moves up and forward. See if we can hold that for 10. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, don't give up, 5, how you doing? 6, 7, 8, if you go down, it's okay, you pick it back up. 9, let's do one more. 10, exhale, let's set it down. Release your lotus. Let's go ahead and stay up on the blocks. And then come on back, find your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing, we get a big breath in. Downward facing, all the way out. Switch your gaze forward. Let's cross the feet. Maybe you slide it on forward to your L-sit, or maybe you just cross the feet and sit down. Now, let's roll the spine down. Good, take a moment. Find your connection. The spine moves down. Good, let's bring both knees over to the left side, and your arms gonna drape to the right. Stay there for 1, 2, 3, let everything release. 4, 5, inhale back to the center. Exhale, drape the knees over to the right side and the hands to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, almost there. 5, and back to the center. Constructive rest again for a moment. Just go ahead and run your hands over your torso again and notice the change in the level of awareness, how the core feels. Then let's release the arms and legs. Lie down and take rest. Relax the body. Relax the mind. Return to the center of your own awareness. Return to that reflection on what the core is, what the center is. Maintaining kind of a root in that center of awareness, the center of gravity, the core of the body. Let's allow ourselves a long, deep breath in. As you exhale, we'll reawaken the body. In your own movements, we'll find the way back to constructive rest. And let's bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze in. Exhale, let's roll over onto the side. We'll inhale and come on back up. Take a moment, bringing your awareness back to the core of your awareness, the core of the body. And let the lesson of the practice integrate deeply within you. Hands come into prayer position. A long, deep breath in. As you exhale, let's softly open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me on this practice. May you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be filled with love. Keep your strength, keep coming back to the practice, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we continue this journey of strength together.